Coverage. A very happy Barry Bauer, head coach for Cam, is with us here. Coach, what can you say about that?
I don't know if it's happy or if it's. I'm exhausted. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's those are two good football teams going toe to toe with two great players. And I would also say a surrounding cast. There's a lot of athletes that are on that football field, but I'm going to tell you, our kids are very, very unselfish. They didn't care. They just wanted to win the ball game tonight. And I'm awfully proud of those guys. We had some players that stepped up in a big-time fashion there in the second half. And I can't say enough, and I'm so proud of our kids. And I'm an emotional guy because it's an emotional game, but they're great kids. They're awesome. I'm happy to be back home. There's a lot of things. Just hugging my wife and my family and just those players. You're around them all the time. You see all the times about, and I know I'm going off on a tangent, and I don't care. I look like I'm on the Emmys. I don't care how much time you give me, Bennett. But this football team that we played tonight I got to give those guys a lot of kudos, respect. They face adversity. We face adversity. We talked earlier in the week about facing that. Who was going to overcome that? I don't know if anybody overcame it. It was just like who had the ball there at the very end and who was going to make a play. It just so happened that we were the fortunate ones. But, we still got to work on, the penalties. We've got to work on the turnovers in certain circumstances. But, our guys, what a phenomenal football game to watch, what a phenomenal football game probably to call as we go. But, they're in the second half. We just said, this is how they're aligning, this is what we're doing, and we're going to play some smash mouth football. And a lot of times we can spread them out. But they've got athletes that can cover as well. We've got athletes that can cover as well. It's just a matter of who's going to dictate, who's going to go ahead and spread that. And I also go back to that end of the first half where we scored at the end of the half. That was big for us, just because we had the momentum going off at the very beginning with that 24-0 right off the bat. But then they started to chip back. It started to kind of go down just a little bit, but we had to pick it back up. And then those guys made a play. Joe Kaufman made that catch there at on the sideline, and then came back and Cade, wow, what a catch, to kind of score there at the end of the half. And then we made some adjustments regarding stuff up front, and then when we give the ball right back there, right at the very first drive, then we've got to make sure. But to respond the way we did was also outstanding. So it's I'm very proud of our kids, if you can't tell. I love them.
Ready to face that Wheeler team again someday?
Not for a while. It's Sean and I were talking about it, and when you have two teams like this in the same district, that's a special district, especially in the state. And it's my hope, and I think it's also Sean's, that hopefully, if we have to, we have to, and we'll do it again. But I think at the end of the day, I think you got to understand that those are two good football teams.
It's pretty clear you guys came out. This was bigger than your ordinary regular season game. The focus was there. The focus was there.
It was on both sides, and the focus was there for them. The focus was there for us. We also understand that it was a district football game, but this was a playoff atmosphere, on both sides regarding their fans, our fans. Just the intensity about it. You could feel it on the sideline. It was through the roof. Our guys were going, their guys were going. You could definitely hear, everybody going and just trying to give, the players the oomph as we went through it. I've got to give credit to our O-line and D-line. They did a remarkable job tonight. Trying to bottle that kid up, for all of it. Gavin is just he's a special athlete, that's for sure. But Andreessen, he's a good quality kid too. He's got some speed, he's got toughness, and but our guys got toughness too.
Well, and you've got a premier playmaker, and we've almost become numb to what he's done because he does it week in, week out. But we can't not state the greatness of Lane Speaker.
Yeah.
40 carries, over
Yeah.
350 yards, 7 touchdowns, and
Wow.
that's what he does week in, week out.
Well, and and we said this at the very beginning. In big time ball games like this, you've got to have a big time performance. And these kids have been in big time games before. I mean, you look at these kids that are multi-sport athletes that have played in the sub-state finals. They played in state quarterfinals before. All through their years. They've been to the state track meets as we go through it. But it's just one of those that we said, okay, big time moments come from big time opportunities. And we had to make sure that we do the little things right in order to make the big things achievable. And we made the big things achievable as well. But we also said it's time to get the monkey off our back. It's time to play like we're capable of playing in big time games. Let's get it accomplished. And that was the speech before the ball game. It was a little bit more animated as we go through it, Ben, as you very well know that I can get. But that's what makes it very, very special. And I think they performed tonight. We're going to watch the film. Well, I'm going to dissect it, with a fine-tooth comb. But it was very fun. I'm happy about the crowds. I'm happy about, for both sides. It's a close proximity, which is fun. I can sleep a little bit better tonight as we go through it, but this is very special for both communities, and for players to step up like they did. Yeah, Lane's going to get all the accolades, but I tell you what, there's some people on that O-line and also our tight ends and wide receivers that he wouldn't be who he is without those guys, and that's a credit to those guys.
Congratulations, Coach. Appreciate you stopping up. Good luck next week against Xira UHK.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
It's Barry Bauer, Cam head coach, back with some players coming up.